Hello you absolute legends, I hope you've had a wonderful week and it's time for your weekly gamer news roundup. You should know this by now, it's the time of the week where I sit down and talk you through some gamer news. So let's do it. In our very first story this week, PlayStation has been sending emails around about an overhaul of the PS Store on web and mobile. It was originally reported that the changes were supposed to occur October 19th, but it has now been confirmed by Sony via IGN that the changes will take place from the 21st to the 26th of October. That's for the web version, and the 28th of October for the mobile version. So what does this mean for you? Alright, I'm getting onto it, don't rush me. The changes will get rid of a few features that some of you guys still may use. Players will no longer be able to purchase PS3 games, PSP games, PS Vita games, avatars, themes, anything like that from the web and mobile versions of the store. And they're also getting rid of the wishlist feature for some reason. But do not fret, because if you still want to purchase any of these games, you can do so by going on the console itself and going to the store like that. I guess this is just them trying to clean up the store a little bit, push out the older generations, making way for the PS5, which we're going to move on to very soon. Next story. We've been getting a lot of news this week about the newest installment of Spider-Man, Spider-Man Miles Morales. But my favourite story this week has to be the reveal of Spider-Man the cat? Yup. Part of the quest line in the main game, you'll be able to save and then equip your friendly neighbourhood feline. But these claws aren't just for show. Spider-Man the cat can also help you finish off enemies. I mean, just look at the cute little mask. Come on, man. We also got some insight into the two graphical options that we're going to be able to choose from when we jump into the PS5 version of Spider-Man Miles Morales. You can play in Fidelity mode, which we've seen before in previous generations, but it's a little bit different with the PS5, as you'll be able to run the game in 4K 30 FPS with ray tracing and other visual effects added, so the game's just going to look... Or you can run the game in performance mode, which is slated for 4K 60 FPS, so you can swing through the city smoother than silk. See what I did there? Silk. Spiders, Spider-Man. Moving on. We got to see the new user interface for the PS5 this week, and I'm impressed. There's so much to cover here, I'm going to run you through my highlights quickly, but if you would like to find out more about the UI of the PlayStation 5, then check out Game Informer's article, as they've got you covered. First things first, every clip and screenshot that you record on the PS5 will be in beautiful 4K. That's going to mean that any screenshots or clips that you share on socials are looking crisp as ever. The main hub of the new UI is called the Control Center. This is where players access notifications, friends lists, settings, and more without actually having to leave your game and go to the home screen. We all know just how fast next gen is supposed to be, so implementing features like this are going to make sure that your user experience on PlayStation 5 is as fluid as ever. I mean, also, who doesn't want everything in one place? The next feature, whilst exclusive to PlayStation Plus members, is very cool. If you need help finding a certain collectible, or maybe you're just stuck on this week's Fortnite challenges, then the PS5 Game Help pop-up card has got you covered. You can search through guides whilst having your game playable and visible on the same screen. We've seen this before with the True Achievements app on Xbox One, when they used to support picture-in-picture before they removed that feature, but this is just so much cleaner and faster. I think this is going to be a massive hit with trophy hunters, completionists, and even just your Battle Royale players who are looking for help week on week. Next, we have the Activities panel. This will show you your upcoming objectives, trophies, and status. Again, this is going to help trophy hunters massively, as you can even load into certain levels of the game where you need to get the achievements straight from the Activities panel. Sony had this to say: activities are displayed via on-screen cards in the Control Center, which enables you to discover new gameplay opportunities, go back to things you missed, jump directly into levels or challenges you want to play, and much more. I think the new PS5 UI looks like a much needed improvement to their last two generations. I'm still wondering, when I start Netflix, will I then have to wait and press start again? Like seriously, why does PS4 make you confirm that you want to open an app that you've pressed to open? It's one of my biggest pet peeves about the console. And for our final story of the day, did you know that Microsoft has now joined Nintendo in being sued for joystick drift? A class action lawsuit against drifting joysticks on Xbox has been filed and even amended to include the Xbox Elite controller and the Elite V2. If you didn't know, joystick drifting occurs when the potentiometer, which is a part that translates physical movement into software movement, and a grease-like lubricant in the controller itself causes unwanted movement. This can grow worse over time, even leading to the player not touching the controller and your character moving anyway. Microsoft is being sued for compensation, and the plaintiff would also just like Microsoft to let their customers know that there's an issue with the hardware. Have you experienced joystick drift before, whether it's on the Switch or the Xbox? Damn, it's annoying. My mate had the first Elite controller, and after a few months, his right analog stick was just raising up when he wasn't even touching it. So we're trying to play Overwatch, and his character's just going... How are you supposed to aim with that? As you can expect, playing Overwatch with that, especially when you're in competitive, isn't fun. And that brings us to the end of this week's Gamer News Roundup. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. And if you want to become a part of this awesome community, then come check me out on Twitch. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Right now we're playing some Call of Duty Cold War beta for the rest of the weekend. It's going to be a good time. As always, take care of yourselves and others around you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.